Welcome back for the finale. In this third of a three-part episode of Cisco Tech Talk, I'll wrap up my demonstration of CoA on Cisco Catalyst 1300 series switches. Next. Back in part 2, I shared this graphic. To refresh your memory, ICE contains 6 CoA operation options, 5 of which are supported on the Catalyst 1300 series. I'm going to perform these during a packet capture, save it, and then analyze them. Before initiating the CoA operation on ICE, enable packet capture on the switch. Define the capture point. Start by specifying the buffer size and buffer mode. I'm using 20 megabytes and circular in this case. Specify the control plane as both and the match criteria as any. Start the packet capture. On ICE, navigate to the Endpoints option under Context Visibility, select the MAC address for the device, and execute the first CoA operation. I'll start with CoA Session Reauthentication. This forces reauthentication on the port by sending a CoA packet with a reauthenticate command. I'll go back to the switch to see that it has been successful. Great. I'll navigate back to the ICE and select CoA Session Terminate. This sends a disconnect request with a terminate command based on an administrative request. On the switch, you can see a confirmation that it was successful. Next, I'll apply CoA Port Bounce, which sends a CoA request packet with a bounce host port command, disabling and re-enabling the port on the switch. The network adapter goes offline for 10 seconds and becomes unauthorized. It then comes back online, becomes authorized, and can forward packets. Now I will send CoA Session Termination with Port Bounce, which will terminate the existing session, bounce the port for 10 seconds, and become unauthorized. It then comes back online, becomes authorized, and can forward packets. The last selection is CoA Session Termination with Port Shutdown. This will terminate the session and administratively shut down the port. With another check on the switch, you can see that port 9 has been shut down. I'll enable that port again, go back, and stop the capture. These Change of Authorization CoA operations were carried out from the Identity Services Engine, ICE, and were successfully captured in the packet capture. I'll export the captured packets file, open, and filter it for the radius protocol to observe the CoA request and response packets. Now you can see the details of the CoA operations performed, including the request and response packets between the ICE and the switch. In this example, the IP address 172.19.1.235 corresponds to the Cisco ICE, while 172.19.1.250 is the IP of the Cisco Catalyst 1300 series switch. The first CoA operation was a session reauthentication, where the CoA request code showing under the radius protocol was 43, indicating a request had been sent successfully. On the vendor-specific attribute, VSA, under the attribute value pairs, AVP, the command shows as reauthenticate, which confirms the action requested on that CoA request. For the response packet, the code was 44, indicating a successful operation. The next CoA operation was session termination. I searched for the CoA packets associated with this operation and found the disconnect request, which displayed a code of 40. Expanding the termination cause revealed an admin reset, and the corresponding response packet showed a code of 41, disconnect act. Another operation, CoA port bounce, was analyzed. The request code was 43, and the vendor-specific attribute indicated a bounce host port command. The response packet for this operation had a code of 44. The subsequent operation was session termination with port bounce. The CoA request packet for this operation showed a request code of 43, with the termination cause listed as admin reset. The vendor-specific attribute revealed the command bounce host port, and the corresponding response packet reflected a code of 44. The final operation I examined was session termination with ports down. The CoA request code was 43, with admin reset as the termination cause. The vendor-specific attribute command showed disable host port, and the response packet displayed a code of 44, CoA ACK. Great, everything shows as expected. This overview shows all the packet-supported commands and responses for future reference. Now you know how to set up and execute CoA, ensuring that users have the right permissions at the right time. Use this powerful tool to keep your network secure. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.